Hi, this is Will from Sac Brick Builders, and this is part two of moving parts. Now, when I started with these kinetic sculptures, I wanted to do another Lego Ideas project. And before I even did the retro Beatbot, I actually started with the little rocking ship. Of course, I actually started with a car that's supposed to move around, but it practically broke apart because I didn't know what I was doing. So this was my attempt to simplify everything, get it down to some of just the most basic elements, and that was to create a rocking ship. Now I later added in the white crests to give it a little bit more of a character. But essentially what I did is I have a central pivot point in the center, and then I just have two cams on either side. And that's about it. Now let's take a look of how that actually looks. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. It's just a series of 4 gears, and I've reconditioned these reels to act as cams because unfortunately I didn't have any cams on hand. So I had to make with what I had available. That fortunately gave me this extra axle section up here, which my 4x4 round plates with tiles, macaroni tiles around, can just rest on. And then it's sandwiched with the front part of the model. Now, it's very important that you actually have 4 gears, because what that means is each of these reels will turn in opposite directions. And why that's so important is because if they moved in the same direction, even if they were facing 2 different ways, they would actually run into each other, no matter which way you turned them. So it's important to use a series of 4 gears. Now, if you use an odd number of gears, they're going to be moving in the same direction, because whatever is in between just moves the outer gears in the same direction. So that's just a tip that you can think of when you're actually making a series of gears like this, is count the number of gears. If you have an even number, they're going to move opposite. If they're the same, if they're an odd number of gears, then they're going to move in the same direction. So that was pretty much it for this. I think the challenge was, because these reels have pinholes, except for the middle one, is to figure out how to actually grip the axles that they're connected to. And that's why I just use these thin little thin lift arms to make that happen. Otherwise, these just run up against the underside of the boat. And if you can see, I just put rounded, curved slopes underneath each end so it doesn't catch. And that's it. I did use this ladder. It's just like a 2x6 plate with some tiny little 1x2 cheese slopes. But I use that to secure this top part so that it doesn't, if you push on it, it doesn't come off real easily. This clear part is just to show you the height at which I had to go to even mount this section. This might be a little bit higher now that I look at it. But that is Titanic Waves.